back to the channel. Today I'm excited to be showing you a Gravad Lax recipe. Gravad Lax meaning cured salmon, essentially. In the old days in Scandinavia, as you may know, I'm originally from Denmark, and in all the Scandinavian countries, Gravad means that something has been dug into the ground. And essentially that's the way they kept food in the old days from going bad in the north. Now techniques have obviously kept up with the times, and at this point we're using a combination of salt, sugar and pepper to cure the salmon. And it's interesting about Gravad Lax because it's very similar to smoked salmon. It does take a little bit of a taste that is similar to smoked salmon. When I grew up, it was a huge delicacy to be able to get Gravad Lax, and something that was not very affordable. These days, salmon has become more widely distributed and it's a little bit easier. But anyway, I'm excited about the dish. We eat it a lot here. It's great omega, vitamins, and so good for you. So hang out with me here for a while, and we're gonna show you how to make Gravad Lax. In our case with dill. You can use many other things. It doesn't have to be dill. Some people use beetroot. Other people use crushed pepper. I like to use half salt, half sugar, a bit of pepper, and then a good amount of dill. So the most critical ingredient, obviously, is the salmon. And I went to my fishmonger, got a piece of organic salmon. And I think these days it's really important to make sure that you're getting healthy, non-antibiotics type of food, just in general. So I'm pretty big on that. In any event, I weighed the salmon, and it turns out that it weighs 1,200 grams, and I'm using grams because it's simply easier to calculate. In the description down below, I will give you what it is in the US system, but just for the ease of calculation in terms of what I need in using the metric system is actually easier. So it's 1,200 grams, which is 1.2 kilos. And what I know about the salt and sugar combination that we're going to need is that half of the weight of the salmon has to be salt and sugar together. And and the ratio is 1-to-1 salt and sugar. So therefore, with 1,200 grams worth of salmon, I need 600 grams of salt and sugar, which means 300 grams of sugar and 300 grams of salt. So as you can see, it's quite a bit of salt that we're putting in here, but it's got to really soak in and dry out the salmon. Okay, we're almost there. Let's see. That's it. Okay, so it became 308. I'm not too concerned. I'm going to be able to live with that. Adding sugar now. We're going to need to take this up to 610 or so. That's good enough. Okay, so we don't have to be 100% accurate, but as you can see here, half salt and half sugar, just about. Next thing is some pepper. And I've added a good amount of pepper. Some people like to add mustard seeds, a whole variety of things, but I prefer just to keep it to salt, sugar, and pepper. And then obviously with the dill that is so characteristic of Gravad Lax in the traditional way that it's made. And here's my chopped dill that we're now going to be adding to this mixture. And now we start mixing this just really well. Get it all coming together into one big, you know, some people use their hands, which I might actually just do as well. In the meantime, I've prepared a oven pan with cling wrap, and that's where we're going to be putting the salmon onto and packaging it all together with this cling wrap so that it can slowly marinate. So just my idea is prepare a nice amount of cling wrap on a sheet pan like this, and that helps the process along. First step is to move half of the mixed salt, pepper, sugar, and dill mixture onto the pan, and that's the bed that the salmon is going to be lying on as it marinates or as it gets cured. And now the salmon goes on. Just right on top of this mixture. And then all that's left to do now is simply to add the remaining mixture to the top of this and to spread it out. Making sure that most of it is fully covered, if not all of it is fully covered. Okay, done. And now we package it up. We make sure that it's nice and tightly packaged. No juices can escape from the package. Like this. And we're now able to take another sheet pan to put on top of it to press it together. So that it can really press and cure. And then after that, we're simply going to put it in the fridge for the first period of 18 hours. So if you remember, currently this salmon is lying on the pan skin side down. And in about 18 hours from now, what we'll do is we'll simply turn it around, and then we'll put it on the meat side for an additional 18 hours for a total of 36 hours of curing, at which point you have a beautiful Gravad Lax, as I will show you then. The salmon has now been in the fridge for about a total of 18 hours. And all we have to do at this point is simply to turn it around to face it meat side down. So that's what we're gonna do here, right now. And then it goes back in to the fridge for another 18 hours.